And here's the extra mayonnaise you ordered.
Yum, yum.
Enjoy.
This is the best stuff. Have you eaten here before, Anton?
No, I haven't. It's my first time.
Oh, take a bite of my sandwich. Come on, Anton. Just one little bite.
Scrumptious.
Undercover Brother is a satirical comedy about a flamboyant secret agent played by Eddie Griffin, who was recruited by a spy league called Brotherhood to stop a shadowy organization called The Man from manipulating black culture and politics. The film uses comedy and satire to explore 1970s blaxploitation films, and by blending exaggerated humor with underlying analysis, the film both celebrates and critiques the tropes that define that genre and broader society as a whole. It uses satire to expose the cliches of racial dynamics that were often present in these films. At the same time, the movie looks at how those elements shaped representation of black identity in popular media, and through parody, it creates the question of whether society empowers black people or reinforces limiting stereotypes. Many people would believe that comedies are meant only to make you laugh and have no other real deeper meaning, but this analysis reveals how comedy can serve as an effective tool for cultural reflection and critique. Blaxploitation refers primarily to a wave of independently produced genre films of the early 1970s. The name is a portmanteau of black and exploitation. These films were produced independently, typically with extremely low budgets, made by black crews for black audiences, through where more widespread appeal around the world was found. Crime, sex, drugs, and racial tensions were common subjects. Famous blaxploitation films include Trouble Man, Shaft, and Superfly. The main conflict of the story comes when the man uses a drug to brainwash black politician General Warren Boutwell and creates an overall plot to corrupt black celebrities.
On to you to buy my new fried chicken, that is.
The purpose of this is to try and defame a black politician's image to derail his presidential race, and to disenfranchise black celebrities as a whole. What on the surface seems like just a funny joke to set up the premise, actually is saying a lot. It represents the way society uses negative stereotypes and over-exaggerated caricatures to demoralize black people. This phenomena is common in the past of minstrel shows, which featured white performers in blackface acting out racist caricatures, and racial stereotypes in films, which included caricatures like the Mammy, Thug, and racist caricatures in animated films. All of this in an effort to reinforce racial hierarchies with black people at the bottom. While in the middle of the mission, the man figures out that Undercover Brother is attempting to foil their plot, so they send their secret weapon after him.
I call it Black Man's Kryptonite.
I wanna be bad. Make that look so good.
After deploying their secret weapon, we see Undercover Brother succumb to change and turn into a completely different person.
You sound like a 14-year-old white chick.
I don't think so, sister girl.
It's sister, girl, dude.
Maybe on planet Ebonics, but where I come from, we like to pronounce our E's and our R's. Thank you very much.
Similar to the first example, what on the surface seems like just a funny joke to give the main character a hill to climb before the final act is actually saying something. It represents the way that society will try to demoralize black people by trying to tone them down and remove their blackness. I personally think the place where this phenomena is most common seen is sports, specifically looking at WNBA player Angel Reese, French footballer Paul Pogba, and NFL quarterback Shawty Sanders. Angel Reese came under fire for a gesture toward an opposition player and was labeled classless. Paul Pogba's professionalism was questioned due to goal celebrations, and Sanders' attitude put into question due to gestures as well. All examples of black people's professionalism and attitude being put under a microscope, all in the interest of muting their personalities and their blackness. So where does this movie leave us? It gives us two very different examples, with someone falling into an exaggerated depiction of blackness and someone else falling into their blackness being stripped. So this begs the question, should we as black people completely try to avoid these stereotypes and behaviors and potentially risk losing a bit of ourselves, or try our hardest to embrace these behaviors and give it a positive spin, but risk becoming a caricature. This has long been a debate in many minority communities about the benefits and disadvantages of further assimilation versus cultural preservation for survival. My answer, and the answer that I believe the film gives, is that it's somewhere in the middle, and you can look no further than the main character themselves. Undercover Brother as a character is someone who exhibits very black characteristics: the hair, the fashion, even his fighting style. But why does he never borderline on becoming a caricature? Because it's authentic. His personality is genuinely him and not fabricated by those above to demoralize the people. The villain being called a man is a representation of white-dominated power structures and their attempts to disenfranchise by uplifting negative caricatures while undercutting black joy. The only way for Undercover Brother to defeat the man in the film, and for us to defeat the man in the real world, is to retain your dignity, be authentic, and be you.